If you were a property or landowner on January 1st, 2022, you're required to submit a property tax return. An assessment declaration must be submitted electronically to the responsible tax office between July 1st and October 31st, 2022. Simply go to wundertax.de/en/property-tax and register free of charge. First things first, register with your email address and select the password to get started. Select the property tax button on the following page. Our tool provides you with many tips and checklists that help you see exactly which information must be entered for your property tax return. Within the checklist, it's also clear what you need. Entries regarding property information, living space information, and tax date. Make sure you've gathered all the necessary documents and you're ready to go. Now we'll walk you through the tool using an example address. Make sure you always click on Save and Continue after each step so that you don't lose any information. The next step is the general information, meaning the type of economic unit. Is the property developed or undeveloped? Since there's a house on the property, it's developed. Now check your documents to find the local tax office and your property's tax number. You can find this on your last property tax assessment notice. If you're unsure where to find certain details, don't worry. Our tool will show you an example of a land register to show you where to find information on your district, land parcel, and property size. In the next step, I enter all the necessary information from my land register. As I don't have a land parcel denominator, I leave that field blank. Now I enter the total land parcel area. Since I only want to pay tax on my share of the land, I enter my share in the following step. Our tool also offers tips on how to find information regarding your share of the property. This is solely an example. Your personal land register probably shows different share values. Now to determine your share. Take the total area, multiply it by the numerator of the co-ownership share, and divide it by the denominator in the next step. Each federal state has its own standard land value page, which can be found on Google. Here, I found out that my standard land value is €3,400. In the personal data step, you will be prompted to enter some details regarding ownership. First, you can enter whether you're the sole owner or if the property belongs to you and your partner. Now, onto your personal data. Here, you enter your local tax office, aka the tax office where you file your income tax return. Not everyone who is required to file a property tax return has filed an income tax return in the past. Therefore, you may not have a tax number. In this case, you can provide your tax ID, which can be found on your last income tax certificate. Next, enter your property share. If you own half of it, enter 1 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator. If you own all of it, enter 1 for the numerator and 1 for the denominator. In the property details step, you must first enter the property type. This could be, for example, a single-family or multiple-family home, or an owned condominium. Now, please enter when the building was first ready for occupancy. If the building was ready for occupancy before 1949, put a cross above the field. Since the property tax return is being submitted for my property, I only enter my share in the next item. You only apply for a new application if the ownership situation changed between January 1st, 2022 and the completion of your property tax return. Now, onto the final details. Here, you enter your bank details. Please note that the property tax return has not yet been submitted at this point. This will come shortly. Now you will see an overview of your property tax return. It will typically look something like this. Now you can review your entries, pay for the property tax return, and we will send it on its way. After you've made your payment, you have to review your entries one last time. To do this, download the Elster submission report. If all the information is correct, you can confirm the draft. Please check carefully if your data is complete. In our example, everything looks good and we can confirm. In the last step, you have to prove your identity by providing our support team with a copy of your ID. Now, your property tax return is complete. I hope we were able to help you with this short instruction video for your property tax return. See you at Wundertax!